What up, everybody? What's up with the Jockey Camp, man? We back at it with another dope video for y'all. Today, we about to be hooking up a stereo on the Road King, man. Y'all see all the good little parts behind me. I'm about to be updating the stereo. Middle of doing the front end right now, but waiting on a couple parts. That's gonna be another video for y'all. But I'm gonna show y'all about what we about to be doing. So I'm gonna be running these Memphis Audio 3-ways. These are the PR series. They sound super clear. Had them on my last bike. I'm gonna turn on, we're gonna try them again. So I'm updating my amp because I do have a stereo in the Road King already. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm running this GL Audio XD 4-channel. I think it's like 100 watts per channel, something like that. And I got these Scar Audios, these tweeters. They're like 1.5 inches. They only $30 a set. These are like $90 a set. The amp was like a little below 400. And I got the Bluetooth audio Memphis. This was like $60, I think it was. And all you do is, since the bike does not have a deck, it is ran off a toggle switch and it's hooked up to the power, blah, blah. I'll show you guys that whole get down. But yeah, you just connect it to your phone and it just runs off your phone. You just adjust the stereo of the hertz and the quality wise off the amp and go from there. I'm gonna show y'all what I had already in here. So these speaker lids right here, these are from Amazon. They're like $80 for the set. This is a stereo I had already. Y'all don't judge me, I unhooked. This is an Alpine PDX6, I think it is. And I was running an EQ. That's a, forget the brand of it. Rockville, I believe so. But, and I already had a tweeter in here, but I ended up blowing this stuff out. I think the EQ or something like malfunctioned and ended up, yeah, tearing my stuff up. So I already had 6x9 in here. So I'm gonna be running 4 6x9s. Got the speaker lid. And I'm actually gonna use nuts and bolts this time because this kidlet comes with just, you could screw the speakers in, but the way I ride all the vibration and jumping and doing all the crazy stuff, it actually made the speaker fall out on this side. The speaker fell out and broke the tweeter. So I'm gonna bolt them in like how that 6x9 is bolted in. So you could buy rings. You could buy 6x9 rings on Amazon or wherever else. I'll try to put that inside the video. I cut these out. I had wood and I just traced it. Has some extra PDF or MDF, I believe it's called, plywood. So you could buy those rings. They're cheap. You could buy the rings, and then I'll show you guys when I pull the bags out on how to mount them. But yeah, we about to update the stereo, clean up the wiring a little bit. Kind of did this in a rush, but yeah, show you guys the other side what it looked like. Same thing. See, already it opened like that because I disconnected this already, but I was running some 4-inch Memphis speakers. These are all just stuff I had in the garage, so, but I'm gonna upgrade it, put some new stuff and make it sound clean. And this setup right here, when it comes to the Memphis Bluetooth and the speakers and the amp, it's all the same, whether you have a side-by-side, whatever you could fit something, an amp on. They make mini amps. If you're gonna clamp speakers, Can-Am, Rikers, whatever, pretty much all the same. You have a ground, you have a power wire, and you have a remote wire, and you have the RCAs. So if whatever you're trying to put music on didn't come on music, it's pretty much the same thing on anything you try. You could hook all this up to a battery sitting on the floor in your garage and it'll work. So, but yeah, let's get to work. I'm gonna tear out this old stuff and we're gonna start getting this new stuff in here. So let's go. So here's everything I'm using, since I didn't show y'all yet. This is your audio amp, 4-channel. There's all the adjustments right here. Just to let everybody know, I ain't sponsored by none of these companies. This is what I chose to use. Know it works. So here's the 4-channel amp, all the adjustments. Right there, all the outputs. And it's 75 watts at 4 ohms, 100 at each channel at 2 ohms. You can get more deep. There's a manual right there if you guys want to look it up. That's the model right there. And this is the older model. The new model is black. This is black right here, and it's the marine one. But I don't ride in the rain. I don't wet none of my speakers. None of this stuff is marine. So I wash my own bike. I don't ride in the rain. So none of this stuff's marine. Everybody know marine stuff costs double. So like I said, the new jail audio amps like $600. I'm good. I'd rather not wet my bike. So here's the tweeters. Right here, the specs on them. I used them before. Like I said, they super clear. Here's the Memphis audio. 3-way, 6x9. And yeah, so I'm gonna be running 4 6x9s and 2 tweeters. I do have a 4-inch Memphis audio speaker in here. I'm gonna leave it in here. I'm actually gonna get a new set of them. I was just gonna run the 4, but I already have these mounted, but I'm not gonna take them out yet because since the holes are there, I don't feel like capping them. I'm just gonna add, the speakers have extra channels, so I'm gonna add 2 more of these, but don't mind my dirty bags, my hack job, but that's how it is. You got to drill holes so the words could come out. So it's not all just standing inside the bag. And then it's pretty simple. You just put the speaker. They come with templates. You just put the speaker on the outside, mark it, and then drill the hole. A little example right here. This is how the bag rings, the spacers, speakers sit on them. Boom, just like that. Just like that. Put the bolts through, screw them down inside the bag right here. Got the speakers mounted. Like I was saying, I use bolts to lock this speaker down so it don't fall. It's right there. I use these clips that the Memphises came with to lock these in place, and these ain't heavy, so it holds it in place pretty good. Next, I'm gonna put the wiring on, get the other bag done. And I did not show you guys the Bluetooth, but this is the Bluetooth device. Memphis Audio, small, compact. Once power is hooked up to it, like I said, put a toggle switch to it and turn it on. It'll connect to the phone, turn it off. So I got all the speakers mounted up in the bags. Got the lids done. Got the 6x9 in the back. Got the tweeter up front. This is the side that the amp and the Bluetooth is gonna go in. I got 3 wires that I'm gonna be running. I'm gonna be running 3 speaker wires from this side across into the bag. I'm gonna hook up all the speakers individually. I'm not gonna jump them or bridge them. It's all gonna be hooked up to 1 channel speaker lids. The next channel, the back speakers, and then the tweeter's gonna be on. They're all on their own separate channels, so there ain't no problems at all trying to overwork the amp or anything. I think the amp should be power enough to push them to their full capability. So yeah, let's get to work. I'm gonna get these speaker wires run across and we're gonna get this amp and stuff hooked up. So those that don't know, I'm gonna show you guys. I already had a system. I already had hooked the system up, so I'm just updating it with some new stuff. But here is the power wire. When you buy an amp kit, buy an 8 gauge. I'm running a 4 gauge, it's a little bigger, but you don't have to. It's kind of overkill. I'm running it because I had it already. So this power wire hooks directly up to the battery. Here's a fuse right here. I just got it tucked off to the side. Then I just have it running directly into the bag off to the side. I drilled a hole right here for it to come out. Same thing for the ground. Here's a ground wire. You need a ground. My ground's hooked up right here to the frame. You do have to grind off paint so it could get a good current coming from the ground. And it's pretty simple, like I said. The ground wire, the power wire, and then you're gonna have a remote wire. I'll show you guys what the remote wire is in a little bit. Basically, the remote's a signal to turn the amp and the remote on and off. I also like to thank Urban Illustrators. If you need any screen printing, hats, custom anything, hit them up. Since this bike don't have like a deck, I have to run a toggle switch to turn the system on and off. And I'll show you guys that switch in a little bit. But yeah, we're about to get the wiring this thing up and get this thing turned on. So I'm gonna show y'all how I'm gonna mount the amp. What I did was I cut a piece of wood to the length of the screws at the bottom, and I'm gonna mount the amp standing straight up and down like that. So right here, you could drill a hole right here and right here. And what it does is, if you drill up here, it'll hide the holes that you drilled when you put bolts through. So you're gonna mount the amp like this, and then this piece of wood makes up on the bottom for the gap. I just spray painted it black with some Rust-Oleum black paint. You can get some wood paint. Drill the 2 holes at the top, bolt it in. You're gonna bolt it in right here with your choice of whatever screws or bolts, whatever you use. And then what I'm gonna do is, to get it to stick on the bottom, I'm gonna use black silicone. And I'm gonna show y'all. This silicone right here, I had laying around the garage. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna hook up the 6x9s, the lids, to channel 1. I'm gonna hook up the 6x9s in the back, inside the bags, to channel 2. And then I'm gonna hook up the tweeters to channel 3. And I'm hooking those up on channel 3 because you can control them separately so I don't blow them out. You put them on the same, I don't want them on the same channel as those, as the 6x9s, my bad. So you can control these separately. So forget all the boring stuff. I'm gonna show y'all the end result. So I got everything mounted up and finished. The Bluetooth is right there. I use double-sided tape for that. And then on the Bluetooth, there's only 1 set of RCAs, and you gotta hook up to 2 sets of channels on the amp. What I did was, I got some Y splitters. They're right there at the bottom. There's 1 female and 2 males. So that's how you do that. Got the speaker 6x9 in the back mounted up. Tweeter mounted up. Wiring clean somewhat. This is a stunt bike, like I said. If you guys do want to hide the wires, just put carpet over the speaker wires. This is the right side bag. All done. This is a stunt bike. Got a burner tire. But yeah, this is where I mounted the bolts underneath. Right there. Once you close the bag lid, it will hide the bolt. You can use shorter ones a little bit if you want to cut them down, but that's what I used. Here's a toggle switch. Right there. Flip it, turns it on. Now you walking in blood. Your peeps hate. So right now, I'm gonna let you guys hear it. I'm gonna put on an instrumental, which is just a beat, so I don't get copyrighted. When you be using everybody's songs, they copyright you and flag the video. So just gonna put a beat on, let you guys hear it, and let me know what you guys think. And that's it. A little do-it-yourself video. What I didn't say was, for the first timers, red speaker wire is for positive. The black speaker wire is for negative. So the positive on the speaker is for red. Black is for negative. Same thing for the amp. Red is positive. Black is negative. When you go from the amp to the speaker, speaker to the amp. But anyways, a little do-it-yourself kind of video. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know what I'm doing to the bike next, but I'll be doing something. So don't make fun of my back wheel. I got a brand new free tire. Shout out my boy Willie. He gave me a brand new free tire. So have to throw it on to do some burnouts. But anyways, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate everybody that coming back, to the new people, everybody that's liking, sharing, and man, I appreciate all you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Late.